Is this enough light to keep from getting rear-ended? We're going to make some changes and see if we can mix it up a little. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Good moto morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Kraken's Garage. I'm your host, Eric. On Kraken's Garage, we discuss all good things on 2 and 3 wheels. I need to share with you an incident that happened. These are just reflectors that are stuck onto the bags. Most people take them off. I tend to leave them on. Anything that screams, "Don't hit me," going down the road, I tend to leave on the bike. What happened was I was washing my bike and these become a natural grab spot to remove the bags. Don't do that. In direct sunlight, these heated up, and when I lifted up the bag, this popped off and the bag went tumbling down on the ground. So fortunately it didn't receive any damage, and I was able to buff out any scuffs or what minor scuffs were on the paint. What we're going to replace these with is an OEM Harley-Davidson replacement lights on each side. What makes this an unusual project is the Icon Revival is an unusual bike the way it's set up. I've already torn apart the whole seat to get at the wiring harness. I'm not going to show that. There's only 1,500 of us in the world that would be interested in that. And probably 2 of them are watching my channel. So we'll cut to the quick of the chase. And I'm going to do some time lapse as well to help speed up this install. So let's get cracking. As always, we talk about where the country of origin is. Country of origin, China. $258.95 for this kit. Whenever you remove any stickers, or in this case anything put on with double-sided tape, heat it up with a heat gun or a hair dryer. I lost the audio halfway through this video, thus the older content. It took me some time to get back to it and do a voiceover. Basically what we're doing here is spraying it down with diluted isopropyl alcohol to get any smudges off the painted surface. Then you heat the painted surface and the tape with a heat gun to make sure you get full adhesion, so you get a really good tight bond with the double-sided tape. We removed the bag, and now we're figuring out where to route the wires on the inside of the bag and where to place the clips. Once again, after we figure out where we're routing the wire, we're going to clean the surface with isopropyl alcohol and heat up both the bag and the 3M tape to get good adhesion on the inside of the bag. After we have fixed the wire clips, we secure the wire using zip ties. After a couple of trial and errors, we finally got them placed where I'm happy, and we start to button everything down permanently. Here we're disconnecting the brake light from the wiring harness that came on the bike, as also the turn signals, and we're going to plug it into the new wiring harness that will act as a go in between the 2 units and send the same signals for turn signals and brakes to the new lights. This is a step that's not shown in the directions, but whenever I'm working on any wiring harnesses, I always install some dielectric grease in between the fittings. Helps waterproof it and keep the connections solid over time in cold and hot climates, as well as humid weather. So on the Icon Revival, you have some chromium plates that go over top of all the normal hardware on the frame. So in this case, I've disassembled it so that I could rock it back out of the way. We're going to attach the wiring harness along here. Then this hopefully will go over top of it and cover it, and you have a nice, beautiful, clean wiring job. While you have the covers kind of peeled away, now's a good time to get in there with a cloth and clean that dust and grime up that will rarely ever get cleaned. Keeps your bike nice in the long run. Here we're securing the wires to the frame with zip ties. which should do nicely and keep it nice and tidy and any chance from it rubbing on the wheel or the frame. With all the wires tucked away and secured nicely, we're finishing up with final assembly of the bike to hide all those wires so it's not unsightly. Be sure to torque all your bolts back to the factory settings. Insert the bag and plug in the wiring harness, and we're good to go as soon as we secure the bag to the bike. Okay, we're making final assembly now, and a quick pro tip. If you use this 303 rubber seal protectant on your rubber gaskets that hold on the side plates or other parts of your bike, they'll prolong the lifespan of these rubber gaskets quite a bit. So I highly recommend, if you maintain your own bike, you get a bottle of this, and every time you tear it down to work on something, apply it to your rubber gaskets. Some quick detailing before I pop the cover back on. Secure all the wiring harnesses underneath the seat before final assembly of the seat platform. As always, use blue Loctite on your bolts on final assembly. Looks pretty good. Acts as your hazards in conjunction with your turn signals as well. So pretty clean kit. I feel like I got a whole lot more area to be seen and not be hit. So there you have it, the install of the LED bag lights. That was many moons ago. Apologies for the audio issues on this particular video. So we just piecemealed it together. I didn't want to just toss the video in the trash, as I thought maybe this video might help somebody with the install. With that, there's my Ghost Dog Bourbon. He's up here to remind me to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go riding because it's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.